Alright guys, welcome back. Today's video is the look that I was wearing in my November favorites. I have intensified it a little bit, especially on the eyes. Everything else is pretty much the same, but I had a lot of requests to do this look, and I have tried to film this 4 different times. Twice yesterday and twice today. Camera malfunctions, everything seems to be getting in my way. If you're wondering why I'm over in the corner right here, it's because I filmed it twice today, and it's at the end of the day, and the sun is like bursting in my room. So let's just get through this awkward intro, and let's go ahead and start the video. For foundation, I'm using a combo of the La Mer Soft Fluid with the bareMinerals Bare Pro Liquid. This is just a combo I have been testing out recently, and I really like the finish of it. It's got a nice medium finish. And then the lasting power is really good. The longevity on this, at least with my skin type, it seems to just last on my skin all day long. So I just wanted to kind of recreate the same products I used in my favorites video, and this is what I had on. For concealer, I'm using the concealer I've used in like my past 5 videos. It is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I'm using the shade, actually I mixed 2, Warm Light and Warm Fair, and just blending that out with a beauty blender. I don't know if you guys can see how dirty my beauty blender is, but that's how many times I have filmed with it. I filmed this video twice yesterday and then twice today, so 4 times. And yeah, my beauty blender has definitely had it. I can't get the makeup out of it. I'm going to have to do a deep cleanse. To set that, I'm using the bareMinerals Hydrating Mineral Veil on my Up and Up Target powder brush. And for bronzer, I'm using, of course, NARS Laguna. I just ordered the new formula of Laguna, or at least the new bronzers that NARS came out with. They're called the Sun Wash Diffuse Bronzers, and they made one in the shade Laguna. So let me know if you have that, because I'm really nervous to get it in, and I'm nervous I'm not going to like it as much as I like the original. But I ordered it. I will report back once I get it in and let you know my thoughts. But yeah, it's just like a new formula of bronzer that NARS has released. For blush, I'm using the LA Girl blush in the shade Just Glowing. It's a really nice peach tone with a golden highlight or a golden undertone to it. It adds a really nice sheen to the cheeks. And then for highlighter, I'm using this new one from Becca. It's called Golden Mint, and I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, the camera didn't really pick up how pretty it is. It's kind of like a white gold color. It looks green in the pan, but it actually turns out to be more of like a white gold, and it's super pretty. I'm really impressed with it, and I have been loving it. Okay, so for the eyes, I'm moving into the Marc Jacobs Glambition palette, and I'm taking the lightest transitional tone in that palette, and I'm using that in my crease. And also on my lid, this is just going to be a base for the rest of the shadows. I absolutely love the Marc Jacobs palettes. They really inspire me. And you guys know I don't like to wear shadow on a daily basis, so that's saying a lot. I absolutely love using these. From that same palette, I'm just taking the slightly darker brown on a MAC 217, and I'm blending that in my outer corner, and also blending the excess into my crease. And for this look, I decided to make the shadow a little bit more elongated, whereas normally I make my shadows rounded. Just to give my eyes more of a rounded appearance, but I was just kind of feeling a different shape, so I kind of just followed like the natural shape of my eye for this look, and just kind of made the outer corners a little bit more elongated than what I normally would do. So now I'm taking, actually switching palettes. This is the Scandalous palette from Marc Jacobs, and I'm taking that amazing shimmery tone. It's like a shimmery peach champagne. I absolutely love it, and I'm applying that to the ball of my lid, and also taking it out a little bit to the outer corner to create a gradient effect. But I applied Fix Plus on my brush as well to intensify this. So going back to the Glambition palette, I'm taking that dark brown, and this is where you're definitely going to want something small, like a detail brush like I'm using here. This is a Marc Jacobs smudge brush. So many people asked how I blended the shadows for this look. And this is how I did it. Basically, I took a dark brown, obviously, and I started at the root of my lash line and worked my way up, almost into like a gradient effect. So I started, like I said, at my lash line, and then you can see I'm just slightly working my way up and just doing feather light strokes. And then just making sure the shadow is blended in really nicely. I think that is super key to this look, as opposed to just using like a big fluffy brush to get this effect. You just don't get the, I don't know, you don't get that perfectly blended effect like you do when you use a brush like this. So again, starting at the lash line and kind of working my way up, filling in these spots that I feel need a little bit more darker shadow added to it. And yeah, you just kind of end up with this nice soft gradient effect. For the lower lash line, I really just applied whatever was left on my brush. I didn't want to make it too intense. And then I took Urban Decay's eyeliner in the shade Whiskey, which is like a nice warm brown. And I just applied that to the lower lash line. Really no need in putting it on the top, at least for me. I'm just using Ardell Demi Wispie, so they generally blend with my eyes regardless of if I have liner on or not. So just applied some mascara, and then of course, like I said, applied Demi Wispies. Someone asked me if I could start using different lashes in my videos. I will try, but my eye shape is very difficult to find lashes that fit. If that makes sense. And I just know that these work. They always work for me, and they always look good. So moving into lips, I'm taking LA Girls lip liner in Nonstop Nude. And then for my lipstick, I use MAC's Japanese Maple, which has been one of my favorites lately. And for gloss, I use Clinique's Superbalm gloss in the shade number 8. And that completes the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of requests from my favorites video. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them down below. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.